Welcome to Detox Your Body webinar. So glad you could join us today. We're going to be covering quite a bit of information here in the next 30 to 45 minutes. So if you're a note taker, have your pen and paper handy to jot down things that you want to remember. I will be sending you a complimentary copy of the recording so you can go back and listen to this, watch it at your own pace. Like I said, we're going to be covering quite a bit of information, so I may be going a little bit fast. So just bear with me, and if you don't catch everything, you can go back and watch the recording later. I'm going to tell you briefly what we will cover today. We're going to talk about how to safely, effectively, and efficiently detox your body or do a cleanse, why you would want to do that, who can benefit from it, and what is a doTERRA cleanse, and then the best way to do that, like the most cost-effective way to get those products. And then finally, some minor maintenance protocols that you can incorporate if you're not ready to do a full cleanse yet. So, does that sound good to everybody? Okay, awesome. I could actually use a couple of volunteers. I need one person to keep me on track with the time, because I do want to keep this to 30 to 40 minutes. So does anybody want to volunteer? You can send me a text, like every 10 minutes, let me know how much time I have left, or you can interrupt me. Does anybody want to volunteer for that job? Michelle, thank you. Okay, awesome. And then if somebody wants to keep up on the chat and let me know what, if there's anything I need to get to in the chat. And if I don't have a volunteer for that, I'll just try and manage that myself. Go ahead and type into the chat if you don't mind. If you are a newbie or a fanatic, are you new to doTERRA oils and products, or have you been using them for a long time and you could teach this class? And then I have a little disclaimer. So a lot of this information, some of it is mine, some of it is a recap of from Stephanie Coxon. She is a certified natural health professional who owns her own clinic out in Pennsylvania. She's passionate about sharing her research and educating people on health. So I'm just sharing with you some of what she has shared with us recently at an event that I was at in Pennsylvania. Second disclaimer, I am not a doctor or any other type of medical professional. I am simply sharing with you what I have found through research and personal experience and experiences of my clients of what has worked. None of these statements have been approved by the FDA. This is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease. Okay. So with all that being said, I think we're ready to begin. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to go through. Okay, so like I mentioned, Stephanie Coxon is CNHP. And again, we are going to cover how to safely, effectively, and efficiently detox your body. We will cover why you would do a cleanse, who can benefit from it, and what products we need for it, and the best way to purchase. Okay, why do we need a cleanse? Chemicals in our food, lots of added chemicals and toxins that did not used to be there. A lot of processed foods. I thought this was interesting that processed foods make up 70% of the average American diet. Also, did you know that heating your food changes the pH and makes it acidic? So it's not like 100 years ago where people grew all their own food and they didn't eat any of that processed stuff. As Americans have gotten busier and busier, they wanted faster ways to prepare a meal, and so now we have all this stuff we can buy in a package. Also, the average American consumes 150 to 170 pounds of sugar annually. And I learned something about sugar the other day. It was interesting. Actually, it's more about your cells. So when people that have cancer, the cells in their body that absorb glucose become extra sensitive, shall we say. So anytime that they have anything that contains sugar, those cancer cells are jumping on that and absorbing that instantly before anything else. So I thought that was interesting. And sugar feeds anything unwanted that we have in our body. Who loves Girl Scout cookies? It's funny that this was the what she mentioned. This is from Stephanie Coxon, because Thin Mints are actually my favorite cookie. And look at all this nasty stuff that is in Thin Mints. Glyphosate actually inflames the brain. And brain inflammation can express as chronic depression, anxiety, mental fatigue, brain fog, and memory loss, to name a few. Mental health is a hot topic and one that we will address in a future webinar. There's a lot of, nasty things. Probable carcinogen, kidney disease, birth defects. Bottom line is that we really are what we eat. So reading labels and being aware of what is in what we're taking in on a regular basis is the first step to improving our health. And I'm going to give you a recipe that she shared with us at the end of a healthier way that you can make your own Thin Mint cookies that does not have all this nasty stuff in it. Chemicals are in everything that we put on our skin and your hair dye, your lotion, your soap, everything else you put on your body. You are what you eat. Unless you're using doTERRA's skincare products, and then you don't have to worry about that. So who can benefit from a cleanse? Those who struggle with allergies, gluten intolerance like celiacs, obesity, sugar cravings, these are just a few. Pretty much anyone, especially those 18 and older, because we do take in more toxins in one day than our grandparents did in a lifetime. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. And 70 to 80% of our immune system is held within the gut. So cleanse the gut and you're going to have a better quality of life. Actually, I want to go back just for a second. Can I go back? Yeah. So I couldn't find the picture that I actually wanted. This is showing you a newborn baby and they're 78% water. So hydration is such a huge thing with cleansing, because if you don't have water to flush everything out, it's just going to stay stuck up in there, right? And you can see that men and women, it's a little bit different, but by the time your age 55, men are only 60% water, women 55%. Actually, I think that was maybe even in the 40s. And why is that? Well, because of all the other alternatives that we have to water that we can drink. So again, that's why a lot of people can't, that affects brain function, that affects memory, it affects so many things. When you're not hydrated, your brain, just your brain itself, I think is like, I want to say 60 to 70% water. I don't have the exact number, but I know it's quite high. So if you're starving your body for water, it just affects every aspect of life. So it's time to clean house. What detoxing should be is gentle, and you should feel energy afterwards. It should not be rashes, nausea, and lethargy. There's a lot of different cleanse options out there, you guys. And I have actually personally experienced one that was not gentle, and I did not feel energy afterwards, okay? So you want to make sure that you're doing it in a safe and effective way. So from all my research that I have done and from personal experience, I have done doTERRA's cleanse several times. In fact, I just started again this week. So I can tell you that this cleanse is gentle and it is effective if you do it properly. Again, hydration is huge. So what do we do to prep? We are going to get our nutrition in order. So think about it this way. If you are, let's say you have a glass full of dirty water and you want to clean out the dirty water. Well, if you put clean water in, eventually you're going to only have clean water, right? But if you're putting clean and dirty water in, it's never going to get clean, right? So before we do a cleanse, we need to kind of clean up our lifestyle. We need to, take out some of that sugar that we're consuming. Maybe we can, I don't know where everyone is at. Everybody's at different places on their journey, but maybe you drink a lot of soda. So maybe you can reduce that to 1 a day instead of 3 or 4. That's going to eliminate a lot of sugar out of your diet, right? Maybe you eat an extra serving of vegetables, or if you don't eat any vegetables at all, start with 1 serving. The point is, I think we all know what is healthy food and what is not. Anything that has an ingredient list on the back is probably not that great for us. Foods that only have 1 or 2 ingredients. So the fresher that you can eat, the better, obviously. You also want to increase your water intake. As I mentioned earlier, this is going to help keep everything flushed out. If you do have allergies, try each item separately. And we're going to touch a little bit more on that a little bit later. Get organized, make yourself a chart if you need to. And guess what? I have a printable chart that I'm going to send to you with the replay. So you can print that out. You can check everything off. It will help keep you on track. Make sure your digestive tract is working. Here's the checklist that I'm going to send to each of you. So you can see how it has different phases: activate, reset, and renew. So this tells you when you're supposed to take the different products. So you're going to take the Lifelong Vitality and the Terrazyme the whole time. Okay, you should be on those anyway. And I recommend that you definitely be doing this at least 2 months prior to doing a cleanse. You need a good foundation before you start taking all the bad stuff out. You need to make sure that you have a really good foundation of good things in your gut. So this is going to help with that. Also, the Lifelong Vitality just by itself will detox you. So that's another reason why I personally recommend that a person is on the Lifelong Vitality at least 2 months before you try to do a full cleanse. And if you don't know what the Lifelong Vitality is, it is doTERRA's whole food supplements that contains 10 to 12 servings of fruits and vegetables. Super, super important for increased energy, decreased brain fog, and joint pain. And just, we need it. We don't get what we need out of our food. And I'm not going to go into this. I could talk for quite a while on this, but I did do a webinar on this recently. So if you missed that webinar, just text me your email and Vibrant Replay, that was what it was called, and I'll make sure that you get that. And I will include my phone number here. It's 931-338-4059, and it'll be on the screen a little bit. Okay, so you can see where you're doing the Lifelong Vitality and Terrazyme the whole 30 days. You add in the GX Assist at day 11 to 21. And then when you go off of that, okay, so on day 22, you're going to leave off the GX Assist and add in the PB Assist. So the GX is what cleanses you, and the PB is our probiotic that's going to put the good bacteria back in your gut. And it is dual encapsulated, so it does make it through the stomach acid into your intestine where it can do what it was meant to do. The Zendocrine Complex, we are out of stock right now. And I'll tell you why. doTERRA has very, very, very stringent testing protocols, and the manufacturer that we were getting the Zendocrine Complex from had some contamination. And so doTERRA pulled that batch, and they've been looking for another manufacturer. That all takes a lot of time. They did find somebody else, but the first 3 batches that they tested did not meet their qualifications, and so we still do not have it. And what the Zendocrine Complex does, it cleanses your internal organs. So the complex and the Zendocrine soft gels together, someone explained it once to me, is like soap and water. So if you have a stain or something in your clothes and you're trying to get it out, the Zendocrine soft gels would be like the water, and the complex is like the soap. Together, they're really more effective. Now, can you do it with just one? Yeah, but it's going to be more beneficial to have both. So I don't have the Zendocrine Complex, so I'm just doing the cleanse without it. As soon as they get it back, I'll do another one with it. But it's better than nothing, you know. So I would encourage you to don't let that stop you. If you do want to do a cleanse, just go ahead. All the other products are available, just not the Zendocrine Complex yet. Unless someone has it. If someone has it, I'll pay you money for it. And then the DDR Prime, I feel like that's a really good one to be on all the time. It supports cellular health. So your cells do what's called apoptosis, and that's where your body gets rid of the bad cells, like cancer cells or anything like that, okay? But when our bodies get overloaded with toxins and we can no longer keep up with getting rid of those bad cells, that's when you see diseases start to set in, you know, chronic pain and inflammation. And so this helps with your body getting rid of the bad cells, the DDR Prime. So it is part of the cleanse. You're bringing that in on days 21 to 30, but I use it all the time. And then lemon oil and water. Lemon oil is huge for, again, detoxing and just getting rid of all the gunk in our system. And I use the lemon oil every day. First thing in the morning when I get up, I do a couple drops in 8 ounces of water before I eat or drink anything else, because overnight your body resets and gets rid of toxins, and you need to flush those out so they're not just sitting there. So that's what the lemon oil and the water helps do. We already talked about this. These are the bare minimum that I would have. The Lifelong Vitality and the Terrazyme. And so this is, we're going to go through a little bit of the different things that are in the Cleanse and Renew. So enzymes, which is your Terrazyme. What does that do? It helps break down our food and extract nutrients. Antioxidants we have in the vitamins. And I think we all know what that does. It helps to defend ourselves of free radicals. Probiotics helps to create a healthy digestive tract. That's your PB Assist. Detoxifiers help to remove toxins from our system. Lemon in the water. Binders, I talked about this on our last webinar. It helps to prevent us from having detox reactions. And the PB Assist and the VMZ, that's one of the Lifelong Vitality, one of the bottles that's in there, both have binders. And then You could also, some other things that you can do is taking a Epsom salt bath. That's going to help with cleansing as well. So we talked about the DDR Prime and what that does, and also the PB Assist. I'm not going to read through all of this. This is what the Terrazyme has in it. Terrazyme is, I feel, just as important as the Lifelong Vitality. We don't get from our food what we need, the enzymes. So we used to get enzymes from vegetables, and the best time when the vegetable has the most enzymes is when it ripens on the plant, okay? And you go pick it and eat it. You're getting all that good stuff. Well, think about how we get our vegetables today. We usually buy them in the store. Where'd they come from? They probably traveled a couple thousand miles to get there. Okay, even if it says that it's organic, it's still not going to have all the nutrients and the enzymes that you need. So that's why we need the Terrazyme. This also, was looking at my notes, and she had said, Stephanie had said that Terrazyme really helps with celiacs and gluten intolerance. So if you're having issues with that, even without the Lifelong Vitality, this would be a good one to add into your daily protocol. All right, I got to keep moving. Michelle says I have 10 minutes to go. All right, detoxifiers, oregano and some of the constituents that are in oregano and what they do. I'm just going to let you read that. Melaleuca is another good detoxifier, super helpful for viruses, antiviral, see? Lemon, we talked about that, and lemongrass. The citral in lemongrass, somewhere I wrote this down, it's the primary constituent, and it promotes cell regeneration, so kind of like the DDR Prime. An easy way to research any of the doTERRA products is and their benefits is just to simply go to your Google search and type doTERRA and then the name of the product that you want to know more information on into the search bar, and it'll pop up a whole lot of information. Okay, peppermint cleanses the lymphatic system. It's anti-inflammatory. Thyme is cleansing and antimicrobial. And then caprylic acid is a whole lot of things. And it's naturally found in coconut oil and breast milk, which is very interesting. Good at preventing overgrowth of yeast-like fungus that grow in your intestine. So I thought this was pretty cool. Drinking 1 liter of Fiji water every day for 4 months will take 70% of the aluminum out of your body. So if you want to start really simple and fairly cheap, or cost effective, I should say, you can just do that. It's not going to do everything that we're talking about, okay, but it is going to help detox your system a little bit. So what products do we need for the doTERRA cleanse? doTERRA has a cleanse and restore kit, which is not available right now because of the Zendocrine complex being out of stock, but here are the products that you would need. And I broke it down for you guys. Who likes options? I love options. Do you guys like to have different options? A couple different ones anyway, yeah? Okay, so since they don't have the Zendocrine complex right now, here is the cheapest way I found to get it. So right now, this Healthy Habits Kit is what this is called right here. I should have put that in there. It's called the Daily Habits, and they're running a promo on it because they're doing the Healthy Habits Tour right now. So for right now, it's only $148, and you're getting all of this. You're getting the Lifelong Vitality, the Terrazyme, the PB Assist, plus these other products that I'm sure most of us use every day anyway. The Deep Blue Rub, On Guard, Balance, frankincense, lavender, and lemon. So you need that lemon for your water. And then what you would do is just add on your DDR Prime, the Zendocrine Soft Gels, and the GX Assist. Now, if you don't like that option and you want cheaper yet, You can buy the DDR Prime in oil form instead of the soft gel, and you're going to save some money there. And then you can just make your own veggie caps. And I need to look that up. I believe that you would need 4 drops of the oil in a veggie cap to equal 1 soft gel. I think that's right, but I will look that up. Okay, yeah, the GX, the Zendocrine soft gels, the DDR Prime, and then the veggie caps. So your total cost is $230, and that includes the veggie caps. So if you already have, I didn't do this option, but if you already have the Lifelong Vitality, Terrazyme, and PB Assist, then all you would need is these other products. So some of you might be saying, I've never done a cleanse. What if I want to start super slow? That's totally fine. You can absolutely do that. So the first option, you can start with just lemon in your water, 1 to 2 drops in 8 ounces. You want to use glass or stainless steel only because the lemon will break down plastic and pull those chemicals off the plastic, so you're really not getting what you want, the desired effects. You can use this all day long. You don't just need to do 1 8-ounce glass a day with lemon in it, okay? You can drink lemon in your water all day long. Option 2 would be a Terrazyme plus lemon in the water. So you would want to do 1 Terrazyme with every meal and then 1 before bed because it assists in that process of your body resetting. Option 3 is the Lifelong Vitality and Terrazyme. Babe. Lifelong Vitality plus Terrazyme plus lemon for a minimum of 2 months prior to a full cleanse. So here's a recap: why we cleanse, why the doTERRA cleanse. Well, we cleanse because we need to get the toxins out of our body. And why the doTERRA? Because it's safe, gentle, and effective. And if you're looking at this and you're like, that sounds like a lot, I'm really new to this, that just seems like too much for me, then just start with the lemon in your water and a Terrazyme, or just start with the lemon in your water until you get into that habit. And trust me, once you start doing that, you're not going to want to miss it. You're going to want to keep doing it. A little bit of lemon in your water in the morning, first thing, is going to help you with that 2 p.m. slump that you feel when you feel like you need a little more energy. That's going to help with that. So I like this quote by Dr. David Hill. Metabolism is linked to nutrition, period. All physical ailments come by way of a lack of nutrition, energy loss, weight issues, pain, etc. It's all in our food, guys. We can change what we don't like. And then some additional resources for you. doTERRA has started doing podcasts. These are awesome. They have a printable worksheet with them. It's just like a 1 or 2 page worksheet so that you can print it out and follow along as you're listening to the podcast. The podcasts are about 12 to 15 minutes each, so really short. You can subscribe to it on your phone, or you can listen to it on your computer as well. What I like about podcasts is you can download them at home when you're connected to Wi-Fi, and then you can listen to them later without using any data. doTERRA also has a daily drop free app, which has multiple tracks, including a spring cleanse track. Okay. And what this is basically a 1 to 2 minute video with a graphic that has maybe a recipe or a protocol. So every day that you go in and listen to the video, you get a new one the next day. You don't get a new one until you listen to the other one. It has, like, in the spring cleanse track, there's like, it's 30 days long because it's a 30-day cleanse. There's also a bonus feature that's called Determine Your Mood. So you can go in, that's part of the app. You can go in there and there's like 15 different things. Am I feeling angry or sad or whatever? And you can just pull the little bar over to what your level of that is and hit get results, and it'll tell you what oils you need. So I think that's pretty cool. And then if you really want a lot more information, doTERRA's Empowered Life series is their monthly webinars that they do on different topics. And you can find that at doterra.com. Or you can just Google doTERRA Empowered Life and it'll pull it up. Okay, so here's the recipe I promised you. Vegan Thin Mint cookies. And a few perks for those of you that attended live. I am offering a complimentary 30-minute online consult to customize your wellness plan. So, or if you have additional questions that you would like answered. So if you want some one-on-one time with me, let me know within the next 3 days and we'll get that scheduled. It doesn't have to happen within the next 3 days. Just let me know so that we can get it scheduled. And bonus 2, you get a replay of the webinar plus the PDF download of the material that we used today. So that way you don't have to screenshot. You'll have it all on your computer. And then a printable cleanse chart to track your progress. A couple ways you can stay connected. Thank you, Michelle, for keeping me on time. We are wrapping this up. Stay connected in our members only Facebook group, Help with Essential Oils. And I'll announce upcoming webinars in there. Some of them that I have on the calendar is mental health, spring cleaning, and more. If there's something that you want to see, just let me know and we'll make that happen. If you want to schedule your own private topic themed party, like a DIY spring cleaning or something, well, that would have to be live. So let me know. I will be in Iowa next month. So if you let me know ahead of time, I can get something set up. And that's it. If you want Stephanie Coxon's information, she gave this to us. So here's all of her information and then some other resources that she had. So I'm going to see if we had anything in the chat. Okay, nope, we're good. All right, does anybody have any questions or anything? You can type it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. You have to go down to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and just hit the unmute.
Joe?
Yeah.
If you do the enrollment with the Cleanse and Restore, can you still order that?
I do not know about that. I don't think so, because when I went in to look at enrollment kits, it said it's out of stock. So I don't think that you can.
Okay. Because for some reason I thought it was still there for just enrollments only, but I didn't know if that changed.
Yeah, it says they're out of stock. And thank you for bringing that up, because I was going to say that too. So if you have somebody that's interested in doing a cleanse, that price that I had on that Cleanse and Restore kit, that includes their first year of membership. So that's a really good deal whenever it comes back in stock. And I'll keep you posted in the Facebook group too, when that comes back in.
Alrighty.
Mrs. Vincent, you're welcome. Mrs. Vincent says, I missed the first part. When will you send the replay? As soon as I get it, as soon as we get off here and I stop recording, it has to upload. So that usually takes a little bit of time, but I plan to have it out yet today. So.
When we did the Symphony of Cells show, sorry, I'm talking a lot because now I have questions.
That's all right. I want to hear the questions.
Did you write down for the heavy metal detox that Boyd gave us at the Symphony of Cells?
I'm pretty sure I did.
I know I wrote it down, but that's at home, so I can't share it with you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I just have to find it. It's all together in one notebook.
I know. Those notebooks were so little.
Okay, yeah, I had like pages. The heavy metal detox. I know that thyme, I'm pretty sure wasn't thyme one of the things.
Same thing. I don't know. I think lemon was one of them.
Yeah, I might have to just see if I can find that. And speaking of that, if anyone is interested, I am doing a mini Symphony of the Cells training. I would like to do one online, but I'm also going to do one live.
Ooh, we can do it in Iowa.
Yeah.
I'll be the guinea pig.
Okay, awesome. So I'll be up there the week of like the 19th. So if you can pick a time, a date, and get some people together, we'll just do like a mini. It's not going to be comprehensive because this training is what, 8 hours long, Michelle?
Yes, it was a lot of training, but it was really fun. And he told us the information in easy terms that you could remember stuff.
Yeah, and I might add, it's super effective. I actually just had somebody recently who had a really bad fall, and so lots of pain in the back and hip. And I sent the inflammatory protocol, and they used that and literally could feel a huge difference almost instant, like as soon as they got done with that protocol. So, yeah, if it's something you're interested, let me know. I can set one up here in Tennessee as well. So, if you're in Tennessee and you would like to set something up like that, let me know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Does anybody else have any other questions? Okay. Thank you for attending the detoxification webinar, and we'll talk again soon.